Hello everyone. In this video, I will talk about the overview of the ISSO 2025 program. So in this video, we're going to talk about introduction to ISSO, course objectives, class schedules, attendance policy along with financial aids, homework and materials and platforms. So, first of all, ISSO has three big activities going on. The first one is the online education, which is the program you will all take. The second one are STEM related competitions. We hold regular competitions every year in various aspects such as UCC or simply just problem solving competitions. We also hold essay competitions and we are trying to expand it furthermore. The last one is Unite STEM aspiring students. We do activities in and out of school that promotes the importance of education on STEM, especially using our social media. These are the three main programs we're doing right now. The first one is the online education. Our online education is held in Google Classroom. It is held. The real class is done in Google Meet, and we do weekly classes that teach you through the high school syllabus of a lot of nations. Because we have limited time, we choose a lot of course information that are essential and try to leave out non-important ones. For STEM related competitions, in 2023 to 2024 academic year, we held the STEM video competitions where we collected UCC from whole world and gifted prizes. On the other hand, we held a math physics competition last year, both in Afghanistan and in Singapore, that gathered a lot of students, over 100 people in total, and along with the certificates and prizes at last. So let's talk about our learning procedure. The STEM learning shares three core steps. The first one is learning new concepts of STEM. So for example, if it's math, we're going to learn formulas and we're going to learn concepts. We're going to learn how the numbers can be classified, calculated, and etc. The second step is the application of learned concepts through practice. We practice by solving questions and learning how they are actually using questions. Even though you know the formula, it would be useless if you don't know how to use it. In the second part, we will try to tell you how to use it. The third one is reviewing all the contents learned. Because just one couple of lessons per week is not enough to learn everything, we have to give you homeworks. The homeworks will not take long. It's going to take 15 to 20 minutes, and those are basically the reviewing of the content done in the classroom. If it's the application classroom, we're going to have more or harder questions, while if it is a concept learning classes, it's going to be simple questions that are linked to the concepts. The class schedules are scheduled as the table below. If you want to look at it, just take a short stop. This might change furthermore because we are accepting a couple of some inquiries to change the class time because not everyone is happy with it. So we're currently working on it. Let's talk about the financial aid. First one, the financial aid will be determined through a form. We'll give you out a form for people who need financial aid. Here, people who need financial aid means people who actually need support. For example, if you have a working device and your internet is stable, then you probably don't need financial aid. However, on the other hand, if your home internet is not stable or you have insufficient devices, you are applicable for financial aid. However, from the next month, the attendance rate will affect your financial aid. It does not mean that we're going to rank you. It means that you should be present in the classroom if you got financial aid. if you get 3 absences without a proper reason, and if you don't really submit homeworks, then the financial aid will be altered to people who are in actual need. So please participate to the class and submit the homeworks. Apart from financial aid, the attendance policy shares similar stuff. So you will be removed from the class if you have 4 absences without valid excuses. Valid excuses means some excuses that you cannot avoid. For example, if you got some issue in your home, then it is a valid excuse because you cannot avoid it. However, if you get a valid excuse, please try to notify the teacher within 2 hours before the class starting. We need to know you are absent so that we can know you are not just absent without any reason. However, just because you don't want to take the class does not mean that you can be absent. Also, if you have a valid excuse, the class video recording will be sent to you so that you could take the class even though you missed it. As mentioned before, you will not receive financial aid if you have 3 absences without valid excuses. Please be present. So all the materials are going to be on the Google Classroom, and Google Meet will be our core platform of all the education process. Also, homeworks are going to be on the Google Classroom as they can be linked so that we can keep track of who is submitting all the homeworks or not. So before we end the recording, I'll go and take a look of all the examples. So first, let's look at the Google Classroom. So this is the physics class of last year's Google Classroom. We can see all the slides here, and we can see lots of practice questions on it as well. Every week in the classes, we posted our Google Slides so that everyone can take a look at it, and all the homeworks were here as well. In a classwork, there are homeworks, and we can actually check who had turned in or not. Last year's participation rate was not consistent, of only a quarter of the students actually doing the class. So we expect better from you this year. And let's look at the example of concept lesson slides. So this is a typical example of a class slide. So let's take a look at it. It starts with the table of content, and we do a short review of the last class. So since physics has a strong link between different concepts, so we do a basic review of homework as well. This is why you have to submit homework in time, because we will do a homework review prior to the class next time. You should actually submit it before the class so that you can get a chance to solve it yourself. So we do a homework review, and this is the actual concept part. We are learning here. So it says you have forces, and there are some topics that we are going to cover. So this is all the explanation of the topic force, and these are the simple questions that are asking you about the concept. For example, identify the force in the image. This is not really like application question. This is just concept checking questions. And we have those questions, and we just proceed in the class with a similar structure. We learn new contents, we could take a deep look at it, and then we do a simple question to assure that we know the concept. And at the last, we just give the homework, and we do not give it like through anything else. We just gave it through this slide so that students can review and do the homework at the same time. And let's look at the question slides. This is an example of application. So after all the concept learned, we try to give you harder questions. And these are the physics questions with application. These are a bit harder than just simple content questions, and we are ready for all the topics. This is an example for it. And let's finally take a look at the physics homework from last year. So the physics homework, all the homeworks are going to be given in the same way. We're going to give you in the Google form, and you're going to choose all the answers. So I'll just do a trial and choose all the same answers to show how it works. So if I choose all the answers, it's going to tell me what I got right and what I got wrong. For example, if I chose all A, I can view my score here. If I view my score, it's gonna show 3 out of 11. So here we can see what we got right and what's the correct answer for it, so we can actually think about it. So finally, I would like to share you the information about the syllabus. All our learning process is done under the syllabus. For example, this is a chemistry syllabus, which includes every topic that we will teach you. We have each of these syllabus in all of the subjects. So these syllabus are made from based on Cambridge syllabus, the British one. And we modified it in the needs because we don't have much time. Because those syllabus are intended to teach students in school for a whole year, while we have lesser time, we try to only keep the most important topics and leave out the less important ones. So that is it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask